all I put in here, I just kind of left it as a tease. Um, we have NHL Scouting Combine update. Okay. I
I think
didn't.
I know where you're going with
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. So all I said was stay patient. Vince has a lot of notes. We have the Stanley Cup date. There's been 2 games so far. The third game is playing right now, but 2 games in, we have 2 overtime thrillers, including a literal 2 overtime game in game 2. All right, lots of twos.
That's
Uh,
crazy, man.
yeah, in game 1, Leon Draisaitl scored his second goal of the game with 31 seconds remaining in the first overtime. They almost went to second overtime in that one. Gave Edmonton the game 1 victory. Brad Marchand follows it up for Florida in the hit, getting his second goal of the game in game 2, about 8:31 into the second overtime, and that's how we stand heading into this game. They're at intermission right now. It was 1-0 when I checked. Florida was up. Brad Marchand actually got that goal right before we started recording. So that's where we stand. The As far as games upcoming
It
this
is
week
2-0 at the
is
end
Tuesday
of
at the end
yep.
of 2, maybe. Yeah, yeah. So NHL. Yeah, you're. Oh, it's at the end of first. Florida did get a second goal before.
Yeah.
It was 1-0 toward the end. Yeah. So yeah, they did get that second goal. Uh, yeah, that was with about a little over 2 minutes remaining. Obviously, we were busy talking, so that's why I missed it. Uh, okay. That being said, so obviously they're playing right now. Further games. Thursday would be game 4. Saturday is game 5. And if the series is still happening after that, game 6 will be on Tuesday. So if if Florida holds on here and then they win out, we may be talking about a back-to-back champ. If the Oilers make come back in this one or get a win in any of the next 2 games, we're talking about a game 6 on next week. So
Yeah.
that's where we stand with the Stanley Cup date. Now, all I put in here, I just kind of left it as a tease. Um, we have NHL Scouting Combine update. Okay. I
I think
didn't.
I know where you're going with
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. So all I said was stay patient. Vince has a lot of notes. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, okay. So I got a lot of this stuff from bleeding.teal on Instagram. So they're a great resource for a lot of Sharks information. Um, so if you're ever curious about that, about like, Sharks information, and that includes down on the farm stuff, they're a great resource for that. So according to them, the Sharks, let's see, held interviews with around 70 total prospects, and they didn't confirm everybody that they had an interview with, but they did confirm about 40 of the players, and that includes 26 forwards, 12 defensemen, and 2 goalies. Um, they also confirmed that the Sharks took 4 total players out to dinner, including top prospects Michael Misa and Matthew Schaefer. And
Mhm.
it's not known who the other 2 players were. Uh, so that's interesting. Matthew Schaefer also noted that he only had dinner with 2 teams, the New York Islanders and the San Jose Sharks. Okay, that's very interesting. Schaefer said that all the organizations are very high class. The Sharks were amazing. I got to meet Mike Greer over the season, and I got to meet their full staff yesterday. So we had a great time chatting. It was a great dinner. Um,
This is,
yeah,
Misa or Schaefer saying
this is
this?
Schaefer saying
Okay.
this. This is all Schaefer right now. This is yeah. So the sense kind of around right now, the combine this week is that the Sharks would prefer Schaefer due to positional need. They will take Michael Misa with the second overall pick, assuming Schaefer goes first overall. Um, While a trade up can't be ruled out, the cost of moving up one pick will likely be too much for Mike Greer to do. So it sounds like we're probably staying pat at number two is probably what's going to happen. But also one other note, there are whispers that the Sharks really like Anton a forward Anton Frondel. Misa and Schaefer would be their pick at number two, whoever's available. But Frondel is a name to watch if the Sharks do get a king's ransom to trade back. So just kind of watch out for that. So there's that. We do have now specifically to the Michael Misa stuff. All right.
Yep.
So Michael Misa said that he had dinner with four teams. So he had it with the Sharks, the Islanders, the Mammoth, and the Predators. That makes sense. Those are all teams drafting near the top. Okay. Um, on his dinner with the Shark, he said it was unbelievable, very top class organization. They're all super welcoming, really, really nice people. I was thrilled with that. It was more just casual. It didn't feel like an interview at all. I think we talked about everything movie, sports, school. It was great. Um, and then, according to a fellow draft prospect, Malcolm Spence, who is roommates at the combine with Misa, Michael Misa is hoping to go to San Jose. Um, so that's cool. Michael Misa is kind of excited to come here. So I like that, you know. But also there are rumors that the Blackhawks are really like him too, and they could try to trade up to get to the number two overall pick. So, uh,
Well, we want their draft pick and Connor Bedard.
yeah, 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 exactly. So, um,
We're gonna fix him.
yeah, yeah. Tyler in the chat says nope, no trading back. And like I said, I'm never going to say no, but my fee to trade back is going to be so ridiculous that you're not going to want to do it.
Right.
So, and if you're willing to meet me where I'm at to trade up to take this number 2 pick, then so be it. You know, it's going to hurt you way more than it's going to hurt us to trade back, okay?
Right.
All right. So Michael Misa also said that his goal for next season is to make it to the NHL. He believes that playing center this past season helped him become a more reliable 200-foot player. He believes he's ready to take the next step in his career. So I like that. Um, another one more note from the combine, not related to anything else, is actually some William Eklund news, and that was William Eklund's agent was at the combine. He was talking with Mike Greer, and it is believed that a possible contract extension for Eklund was maybe possibly kind of talked about, discussed, you know,
The
bandied about.
agent showing up at the combine.
Yep, it's kind of
Yeah.
interesting,
It's
and he
kind of
was
like the
talking.
NFL. It's
Yeah,
kind of like the NFL
yeah, yeah,
agent
yeah,
showing up
yeah,
at the
yeah.
combine.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he has other players that are in the draft combine as
Sure.
well. Sure, sure. But I mean, you know, he took a moment, talked with Greer at one point. So, you know, I mean, they're just saying they're just saying
Yeah.
that happened. Okay. So those are my draft combine notes. It sounds like it's gonna be Michael Misa. We've watched a lot of highlights about him, so like we're already pretty hyped. We're pretty excited for him. If it ends up being Matthew Schaefer, even better. But I'm pretty stoked for Michael Misa to
I
join this
think
team.
both have the opportunity to be amazing. But I agree with what you said at the beginning, right? You're hoping at Schaefer just because of a positional need.
Exactly.
Both of them have the opportunity to be really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And adding
Definitely.
a bunch of goals from Misa who could shoot the puck,
Hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
that's not a bad option to have scoring.